What's going on, everybody? It's Monkey Farm. We're back with another episode of Scrap Mechanic. We have done a ton of cool stuff in this game so far. We've made vehicles, we've made car robot transformers, we've made human catapults, we've made the Temple of Notch recreation. We have done a ton of stuff, so check out that playlist if you're new to my channel, and obviously subscribe if you're new and you want to make sure you don't miss any videos. Let's flush the toilet here. Today we are going to make a combination lock that you can use to lock up your warehouse, lock up your building, lock up a room, or if you have other team members, once multiplayer becomes bigger in this game, you can use this to, let certain people into your building by giving them the combination, how they can open it. So I'm just going to reset this thing. Obviously, the way this works is you have to have the correct combination of which buttons you turn on and which buttons you leave off. I hope I remember which way I did it. It will only unlock, yeah, there we go. It'll only unlock if you have the perfect combination. Like if I do that, the door is going to close. If I undo one of these, the door is going to close. No matter what combination, if I don't have the perfect combination, it's just not going to work. Let's see. There we go there. I think, oh wait, there. There we go. It's only going to work with that specific combination that I have set. So we're going to show you how to build it real quick. But I want to tell you kind of like the basic concept, how it works. So we have 10 little bars that fold down and they go into this little channel right here. And we have a sensor. So whenever any of these blocks is blocking the sensor will turn on and have the doors closed. So what we're going to do is have the doors closed all the time. And then whenever we have the correct combination, these bars are going to fold up and they're going to clear out this channel, and the sensor is going to say, okay, nothing's in the way. Go ahead and open up the doors. So that's in general how it works. So why don't we throw down some buttons here? We're going to use 10 or switches. Sorry. We're going to use 10 different switches. And the reason we're using 10 is because the sensor can only see for 10 blocks. Anything beyond that, the sensor won't pick up whether it's there or not, so it doesn't matter. But by the way, so a 10 button combination lock, it'll give you like, I think, well over 1,000 different combinations. It should be more than enough to keep your stuff safe. So let's go ahead, throw a sensor down right there. We can throw a controller down as well. Let's get a different block so make sure you guys can see everything. What we're going to do is going to kind of zigzag 5 blocks spaced 1 block apart, and then we're going to move over a block and do the same down here, so it's kind of zigzagged. And we're going to have 5 on the top and 5 on the bottom. Then what we're going to do is put a bearing pointed towards, the sensor direction on each one. Now, we could make this a little bit more compact, but this is like very easy to keep track of things. Like we want to keep track of which switch is connected to which bearing and which controller. So this is like the real easy way to do it. Then what we're going to do is we need to put a couple blocks here. We're going to put 2 blocks down on each one of these, and we're going to remove these blocks and replace them with this little sloped block later on, but we need to get these things rotated up first. So for now, we're going to connect all these and make sure they're connected to the bearing, because if you mess up, the blocks are going to be like, connected to your wall, and then obviously they won't be able to move very easily, so things won't work that way. So let's slap down a controller for each one of these switches. So 5 on the top, 5 on the bottom. Now what we need to do is connect everything up. So we're going to connect the pink, which is the switch on the other side. We're going to connect that to the controllers up here, and you can see the little red line there. We're going to do that on the top ones, and then same for the bottom ones. And then what we're going to do is connect that controller to the bearing right in front of it. So when you're done, you shouldn't have any of these blue dots because the bearings are all connected. All right, let's do the same for the bottom. let's connect all the switches to the controllers next to them, and then connect those controllers to the bearings right next to them as well. And I think we need to rotate the top bearings. Yes, so rotate all of the top bearings so that the blue arrow is pointed in the clockwise direction if you're looking at it this way. So the blue is pointed towards the wall, and then on the lower, whoops, did I miss one here? On the lower side, the blue is pointed away from the wall. All right, now let's connect the sensor here to this other controller, and then we need a bearing for our doors. So let's go ahead, slap down a couple doors real quick. Just drag it up here, drag it up there. All right. All right, now what we need to do is set all of the controllers so that these little bars are rotated up, so they're not blocking the sensor here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a positive 90 and a negative 90 on every single one of these. And then we'll change these in the future when we set the combination. But right now, we're just trying to get the door open. And a couple more. One more up here. Whoops. And one more down here. And same thing on the bottom. I'll do these real quick. All right. So all those are open. The sensor is off. So what we need to do is... Did I not connect that? All right, so connect the controller to your doors, and you're gonna want, if you want the door to open up inward, which is what I did, you'll wanna have this one, the blue will be rotating clockwise, and then on this one you need to right click it so the door rotates inward. And what we're gonna do is go 90 degrees as our default position, and then our closed position is gonna close at 90 degrees. So basically, when the combination is correct and you want the door to be unlocked and open, that is your default position. Now, anytime we change any of these, this thing is going to rotate down. It's going to activate the sensor. The doors are going to close. So as you can see, all right, so if I push any of these buttons, it's going to activate that sensor and close the doors. All right, so before we set the combination, there's a couple blocks I mentioned we have to switch out. So we need to rotate this little sloped block here and remove this block here. You got to make sure all these bars are folded out when you place this, because basically what will happen is when these fold down, they tend to like bump into each other and get stuck. So this is a way to kind of prevent that from happening. I think it's probably more of a glitch in the game that, you know, the blocks aren't aligned for some reason and they bump into each other. But anyway, so now we're all set. So we can set the combination now. Let's just choose whatever we want. Why don't we do even ones on the top and odd ones on the bottom? Okay, so that'll be easy to remember over here. Now what we need to do is on all of the controllers for the switches we turned on, we need to change the controller setting. So on the top, we're going to do the even ones. What we're going to do is remove this, move that down to 0, and then move that one to positive 90 rather than negative 90. So default is 0, then positive 90. And that'll be the setting for any of the bars that you that are turned on, or any of the switches that you have turned on for your combination. And as you can see, they're folding up. So on the bottom, we'll do the odd ones. We'll have 0, positive 90. Middle one, 0, positive 90. And the last one, here we go. Now the door should open now. Okay, so our combination is set and the door is open. All right, so everything is all clear here. Now, if I mess with this at all, if I do anything, whether I turn off one of the switches that should be on, or if I turn on, you know, another switch that should be off, the door is going to be closed. So I can mess with all these and the door will never open until I get that perfect combination back, which was, let's see, what was it? That one, off and on, and there you go. So there's no combination that'll work that'll have the doors open that isn't the combination that you set for the lock. And the other thing you could do, I mean, that's pretty much it. It's nice and compact and everything. The other thing you can do is, like, if you're trying to keep, you know, people from seeing it or getting in to change the combination or something, you can just come in here, you know, change this. I need to put a ceiling on it. I probably should have done that first, right? Like that. And then, so now all the electronics are blocked off back there, so nobody can access or change them. I mean, I guess they could delete the buttons and ruin everything for you, but basically nobody can get in unless you have the perfect combination set. So that is it for the tutorial. Make sure you subscribe and thumb up the video if you enjoyed it. That is all for today. We'll see you later.